Okay, so in this episode, we're going to be looking at how to format our website for mobile and how to format it for tablet. Now, when you're building the website, if you want to format it for different devices, this is called responsive mode. So to edit it, we need to jump back into our site builder. And edit with Elementor. So to view how our website looks on different devices, we need to come to the sidebar here and click the icon that looks like a TV, and it will pop up saying responsive mode. Here you can see we can change it to tablet view and also mobile view. So as you can see, it's not formatted too great for mobile, and also tablet could do with a bit of improvement as well. So let's do that. So we're going to work our way down and edit each section as we go. So we want to have all of this in line. We've got a bit of text that's dropped. So the way we edit it is just like before, select the widget. Now you can see next to each section where we can edit, there's a little icon here. Now that indicates when you change anything here, that it will only change it for the device that we're editing. If there's no icon, it will change it across all devices. So we can change the alignment just for tablet mode, or we can change the HTML tag for all devices. So what's happened here is that the text is too big and it's dropped this image down. So all we need to do is come to Style, Typography, and as we can see here, it's got a little icon, so we can adjust the size so that it all fits in. Now, it also duplicates all the same margins that we've got across everything. So let's now look at decreasing the margin here and pushing the text across. So to set the margin back to 0, you just click the links, and as you can see, everything's popped back up. So let's increase the padding and push the text down slightly to about there. And also we want to add a bit of right. There we go. Let's decrease the size of the text. So come to Style, Typography, and to scale that text back till it fits nicely. And the same with the next one. Like that. Because the Shop Now button has kept to the same padding and margin as it has on desktop, it's pushed it off the image. So let's reset that and just increase the padding till it falls in line. Like that. Hit update. Next we're going to arrange these boxes so that everything is all on one line. So as we can see here, reducing the size doesn't drop it up. It's actually because the column widths are too long. So we'll rearrange the columns. So we're looking at something that's a 13 and a 21. Change that to 13, 21. So we want to keep decreasing this size now, and as you can see, everything starts to come onto one page. This section looks okay, but these text buttons could be reduced in size, so we just want to reduce the text like so. So 20 is a good size. Let's copy that. So Style, Typography, type in 20, select the widget, style, typography 20, and one last time, style, typography 20. Scrolling down, again we've got the same issue where the text image isn't filling the whole screen and the text box is too big. So let's begin by putting the text onto one line by decreasing the size, somewhere like that. And let's just unlock all these margins so that we bring everything back together. Decrease the text size. And it's a little bit hard to read. Let's increase the letter spacing. Contact Us button can also have its text size removing down to a more appropriate size like that. Select the column and we're going to align that to the middle. So next what's happening is this isn't going all the way to the edge of the column, because on the desktop mode we wanted to add a bit of padding. Let me show you here just to push it in. But on the tablet mode we don't need it because we've got extra space either side. So let's remove that. Select the column and just deselect everything like that. So we want to add a bit of padding to the left, just to give the picture a bit of breathing space, and as well a bit of extra padding to the top. Now let's look at increasing this size of the image. Remove all the padding and the margin, and let's do the same with the column. So now this image is as big as we can get it. So the only way to increase the size is to either increase the size of the column, or we can place it in the middle. Now that looks okay, but let's see how it will look if we try increasing the column size to make the image larger. So let's put somewhere maybe 60 and decrease the column size of the other one to 40 so it all fits in. Reduce the size of the text. And also this one here. Like that. So it doesn't look too good. I think it looked better before. So we're going to come down to history and just keep going back until we have it how we had it before. We're also going to decrease the top margin just to bring this up a little bit because it's dropped quite a lot. Now I think it would actually look better if the image was on its own and this came before it. So to do that, we're going to select the section, going to come to advanced, down to responsive, and now on responsive mode we can remove it completely from the tablet, or we can reverse the columns around. So we're going to do that for now. Select column and type in 100% so that it's 100% size. And we're going to do the same for the image. So this is starting to look much better. Let's move the text to the right and the button to the left, like that. Now this image is slightly too big, so let's just reduce the size of that a little bit. There we go, much better. Let's increase the height, the gap between the two sections, like that. Next we have this section here, and we're going to unselect these so that it's the maximum we can get it. Now that's actually okay, we don't need anything else to be added there. Here all that really needs changing is the font size, like that. And the same with this section here. So next we want to reduce the height of this because it's come up too high and it's blocking most of the model. So we're going to unlink these, and we're going to add some extra padding to the bottom so that the shop doesn't get hidden. Like that. And let's increase her to the maximum and remove the padding from the top of there. So if we increase this, the diagonal will actually cover most of the icons and the widgets here. So we're going to increase the size of this woman. Now it's already at 100%, but there's another way in which we can actually increase this. So if we unlink all of these, and if you set the margins to negative on both sides, this will begin to increase the woman's image like so. Now this doesn't work with padding, you have to do this with margin only. So now she's a better size. Let's bring up this section. And there we go. Laid over, it looks nice and tidy. So now we're going to increase the padding on the inside, and that'll just give the text some extra breathing room there. Like so. And we're going to add the same to the bottom. And that's our website formatted correctly for tablet mode. So let's click Update. And next we're going to do mobile. Mobile can be a bit tricky because you're working with a very slim image. Because nearly 50% of websites are now viewed on mobile, when you're building, it is always worth keeping mobile devices in mind. Now, there's lots of ways to format things so that your website looks good on mobile. And what a lot of developers actually do is they remove a lot of the additional information that would be on a website for mobile devices. Just makes things a bit more simpler because you're looking at such a smaller screen. So we're going to go through each one now and see where we can improve. So as I said before in the previous tutorial, I really don't like this box. Now we have two options. We can either remove it or remove these buttons here. Now I feel these buttons actually have a better use than this box itself. So we're going to hide this box from mobile devices only. So click the column, Advanced, Responsive, and click Hide on Mobile. You'll see there'll be grey lines through it, and that means on your mobile device you won't be able to see it. Next we've got this bottom menu overlapping, so we're going to arrange that and remove that overlap. And sometimes you won't be able to select the section because it's under another one. If that happens, come to the bottom where it says Navigator. If you click that, it'll open a small window and you can then select the section that you're trying to get, as we've done here. Advanced, and deselect the margin and padding, and everything starts to move back down. So we want these two buttons to be here. It would be nicer if they were next to each other rather than stacked. So the way to do that is select column, 50%, select the next column, also 50%. And as you can see there, it now sits nice and neatly. Next, we want the text heading to be centralized. So come to Content and under Alignment, click Center. We could also increase the size, so Style, Typography, and just dial up that size, as well as giving it a bit of breathing space here. So Advanced, deselect Padding, and increase the top. Scroll down, and we want this image to be full width. So Advanced, and remove the margins and the padding. Increase width size, so it's full like that. Now, because we removed the padding, the button below it has slipped off. So let's go back to Advanced and decrease the bottom margin. And that will slowly bring up the button. Now, looking at it, I feel like this banner should actually be first. So let's click Section, Advanced, Responsive. Now we're going to swap these columns around so that this column at the bottom comes first. So click Reverse on Mobile. And there you go. So that's quite good. We've got an on sale now and a shop button here. I feel like there's too many buttons going on. So we're actually going to hide this button. So select the button. Come down to responsive mode and deselect on mobile. Now there won't actually be this space on your mobile device because this whole section is removed. So this area will come up to here. Keep scrolling down. Now again, as I was mentioning before, you want to remove as much information so that your website flows a bit better on mobile by making it more minimalistic and streamlined. Now I feel like we could spend a lot of time laying this out so that it was all on one line, but the text would be very small and it would look very cluttered. So we're just going to hide this entire section. So click Section, Advanced, Responsive, Hide on Mobile. Scroll down. Hot New Products needs to be a more appropriate size. So head to Style, reduce the size till it fits on one line. These images we can make full width by removing the padding. I'm just trying to figure out, there we go. I'm making it full width like that. So again, we're going to remove all the padding. I'm going to add some margin to the top to give it space from the Buy It Now button. We do have quite a lot of these. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I personally think 2 would probably be enough. 4 is quite a lot of scrolling, so we're going to leave it with 2 for now. So select Image, unlink those, and make it full width. So we're going to hide this one, so select Column, Advanced, Responsive, Hide on Mobile, and we're going to hide this one. Select Column, Responsive, Hide on Mobile. This actually looks quite nice like this, so I'm going to keep that there. We're going to make sure that the margins are right either side of this text. And it seems to be actually the column that has the padding. Yep, there we go. So it's now bunched up here. So let's increase the top like that. So again, on mobile, I feel like we don't need this Join Our Tribe because it's just additional information making it look cluttered. So select Column, Advanced, Responsive, Hide on Mobile. Want this button now to be centralized, so select the button and click Alignment. I think we could make it slightly bigger, so we're going to increase the font size by Style, Typography, and increasing the font size there like so. Next, we want to sort out all this text here. It's probably going to be a columning format issue, so select the column, and deselect both of those. Still not done anything, so we're going to select the text and deselect that, as well as this text here. So as you can see, it's still in one line. So if it's not the widget or the column, it must be the section. So select the section, advanced, and the padding like that, and it's all fallen into line now. So we want to add some padding to the top and the bottom to give it a bit of breathing room. So let's add 50 and 50 to the bottom as well. Not much needs changing here apart from making the image centralized like so. We could put the image next to it, but I feel like it would make it very small and difficult to read. So I feel this is good enough. We could make the image text centralized as well as the stars to see how that looks. And yep, that looks much better. So here we're going to swap these two columns around because we want the image at the bottom so that we can overlay the background of the section below. So select the section, responsive, and reverse column on mobile. Let's make this centralized, so select the widget, content, alignment, center. And we're going to do the same with the text here. Actually, it looks quite good stepping down like that. So I want to add a bit of breathing space between these two columns. So select column, advanced, unlink the margin, and just add some more to the bottom. So we already actually have the overlap here, but I'm just going to increase it a little bit more. To there. And then we're going to add some padding to the top here. So now if you remember, this image here is actually going to be our form. And on the mobile, I don't feel like we need this column. It just adds a bit of extra clutter. So select the column, advanced, responsive, remove on mobile. So this section will now come to the top here, which doesn't actually leave it a lot of room. So we're going to add some padding to the bottom. I'm going to add 50 there, just to give it a bit of breathing space between the bottom and the footer here. Click update. And let's scroll up and see how our device looks on mobile. Ignore all the sections with lines through it. And it's all looking very good, nice and clear. This section could be centralized, so let's centralize the top one. And again, I quite like that step down like we've got at the bottom, just carries a bit of continuity. So we're going to keep that one aligned to the left. Exclusive offer could be reduced in size. And everything else is looking great. So hit update. And that is how we format our pages for tablet and for mobile. In the next episode, we'll be looking at SEO and how we can improve our product's SEO.